Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Meadow Grove Farm. My name is Frank. As always, I am your humble host through this next 20 minutes or so. Depending upon how long we get going, but we'll see. We will see. We are currently unloading some hay. I didn't really want to have to do this, but we had to buy in some hay. The moment the weather hasn't been that great up until now, which has meant that there hasn't been a lot of grass growing, and not a lot of grass on the ground there. So the livestock, bless them, when they do go out there and have a wander around, they're just not getting the nutrients they need. So we took the decision to come up here and make a little buy in some extra hay, which, you know, it's going to hit the bottom line a little bit. It's not ideal, but it's got to be done really if I want to have any chance of producing the milk output that we need. So you know, we stomached the cost, and yeah, had to buy in some hay. This hay has come from up the hill, up the road in Gloucestershire, on the Gloucestershire-Wales border really, by a farmer up there who I've dealt with a few times. He has a huge, big operation actually over that way, and we've dealt with him a few times actually over the years. We've bought a few bales up from him. And yeah, today was the day where we need to get a few more just to keep the operation going. God, they're squeezed in there a bit tight. We're almost wedged in there. So yeah, we'll get this unloaded, we'll get this guy out of the way, and we're going to be doing a little bit of slurry spreading for the rest of this afternoon. We'll get that done tomorrow morning. We've got the drill man coming in, so we need to get a few things ready for him. But it's going to be nice to actually get that underway. Stuff. Some pallets are in the way. Okay, I'm just going to get out and undo some of these straps a little bit more. Okay, that's perfect. I don't know where the lorry driver's gone, really. He should be looking after his own straps, but never mind. It's not a bone I want to pick now, although what I might do, we'll try and just lift that bale out the middle. And then get him to edge his tractor forward, his lorry forward a touch. We can get this one. It doesn't help that there's a bit of a rise up onto the road. Let's see if we can take it this way. No, it's not going to come without causing any further issues. I got a hedge and a fence behind that lorry. I don't want to have to spend the rest of my day fixing that. So we'll get him to move his truck forward a touch, and then we'll get the rest of this cleared off. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. He's very kindly bumped himself forward a touch there. That should be all we need. Again. There we go. Tidy. Lovely job. So I'm hoping we've got a little bit of a warmer front at the moment. It's bringing some sunshine in and some nice breezes as well, so it's kind of drying everything out. I'm hoping this continues. We can actually get the cattle outside and about and let them enjoy... I've got belt stuff. Get off. Let them enjoy being outside really, because yeah, it's getting a little bit too late in the year for them to be inside still. I'd like to get them turned out within the next kind of couple of weeks. Well, next week definitely, for sure really, because I can't keep afford to feeding them as much indoors. Well, I want to stay on the floor. It can stay on the floor. For my money, it can stay right there. It's going to be going into a diet feeder pretty quickly anyway. Alright then, we're making progress. We've bought a new toy today as well, actually. I say today, it arrived yesterday, but it's on the farm to be used today, so it's going to be exciting. Not a very big, lavish purchase, and not a very attractive purchase, but still, it's a purchase nonetheless. And like everything I buy, it's kind of essential really to the operations and where we're going. And this one's actually new, it's not second hand, this is brand new, and it's you'll see why it's brand new, because it really didn't cost me a great deal. Okay, let's get squared up a little bit here. We'll stick these ones. Stick these down the front there as well. Heck, we'll go up. Stick them up high. I'm a bit of a rebel like that today. Lovely stuff. Okay, so by the looks of things, we've got 5 left on here. So I'll get these 5 unloaded and we'll pop back to you and we'll have a look at our new little shiny toy we've got. Right then, folks, we're back. Now we just need to get out of our cab here. There we go. We're going to have a look at the old International. So this is our slurry tanker. We've seen this one before. Open the pit here. This is the lagoon, which is slowly creeping up there actually. It's quite impressive how fast this is filling. So we're going to do something about that. Just going to jump into the glorious old International here. Shut my door as well, otherwise I'll probably take that off in the gate post around here. As you can see in the back, we have our new toy. This is a new slurry stirrer in all of its glory. This thing is remarkably cheap for what it does. This thing cost me £700, if you can believe, which is good news for us because we need one, and it's also good news because it's cheap and we're saving money. But we're going to just go and drive down into the slurry lagoon effectively. Come on. Out the way. In your own time. There we go. So we just need to kind of reverse around. The only problem with these things is they're a little bit long, which makes maneuverability somewhat annoying. You can never take this thing on the road because it sticks out by about 20 foot. However, we are just going to lower this down. We're going to edge ourselves back a little bit. About do us. Lower the new thing down. I'm going to go a little bit further back. It's not quite touching into the brown stuff. There we go. And we'll start that. So, quite simply, we'll leave this here. Good job the handbrakes holding strong and true down there. Okay, so we will get out of here. Excellent. So all this is doing, there's like a little propeller blade on the very end of this. It's spinning round really, really fast, and what it does is it starts to circulate around the slurry. And one of the reasons it's doing that is just to kind of break it all up a little bit, but it also stops, like, as you can kind of see on the top of this layer of slurry here, there is a bit of a crust forming really, and what we want to do is break that crust up a little bit. So if you imagine we come in now and we empty this entire slurry pit out, we'd be left with like this thick sludgy layer on the bottom which wouldn't really go anywhere. But by spinning this around and spinning it up there, the aim is that at least that'll be broken up a little bit and can be taken away in the tanker and spread on the field. But we're going to leave it for a few minutes to get cracking on there, so we'll come back. I can probably turn off the beacon, let's be honest. So we'll leave that there. I'm going to just edge the voucher back into position for now. And let's see if we can get you just to sneak on back. They love blocking. They never come around here unless I'm here in the tractor, I swear. Just be pull forward a little bit more, and we'll square ourselves up there. We'll put our pipe down in, and then we should be good to go. There are 2 different ways I have to connect around here, but I prefer to use the pipe for the most part. Excellent stuff, and we'll get out of here. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to leave this for a few minutes to stir over, and once it's all broken up a little bit and it starts to get a little bit more fluid, we'll then we'll go and we'll fill up the Bowser and we'll get out of here and go and spread some of the brown stuff again. Okie dokie. So the slurry has been fully stirred, agitated and mixed up, and is now pretty sloppy, to be honest. But the good news is we have a tank load of it. We are going to head on out. We're going to go a little bit farther afield from the farm. I'm just going to have to scram myself up. Shut this gate to keep the ladies in. Because let me tell you, they will try and find a way to escape. Don't be fooled by the good looks, everybody. They will try and get out. And frequently have done as well, might I add. Go to plan. Let's get straight a little bit more. Square myself up, that's better. Get this gate shut first and foremost. Perfect. Followed by shutting my door. That opened. Lovely stuff. Do something I usually strongly advise against doing, which is just reverse out onto the road there. Don't try this at home, kids. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go for a bit of a drive. We're going to head on down to some of the fields a little bit further afield from us here, truth be told. We'll see how we get on. They've had some fertilizer on them, but they haven't really had much more since then. So we need to readdress that. We have got Roger coming in tomorrow. This field has been worked down completely now, so it's looking really good actually. Truth be told, very happy with it. It is nice and a nice, even and well worked seedbed. So that should come through very well actually. All being told. We'll find out tomorrow though. We're still going to try out a touch more today, and like I say, get a good contracting friend of mine to come over and drill that in. That should be perfect. My, that tractor didn't want to stop there. Heavens above, that was lucky. Okay, so we're just going to go and open some gates up here. So as you can see, we've got a couple of fields we can work at here, kind of just going down this valley. They're both not very big, but there's a couple to run at, and they do need a little bit of a care and attention here. I'm sure the houses around here probably won't like the smell too much, but then, you know, they can just learn to live with that, I think. Unfortunately for them. Oh, hello car. In your own time, people. Splendid. Okay, so we'll click this to gear as soon as we pass the gate there. Alright, away we go. So as I was saying before, welcome along to all of the new subscribers. Hello, and thank you very much for choosing to subscribe to little old me here. It really is quite something. So thank you very much for doing that, and I hope you do enjoy your stay here. Right now we are pushing through with our spring work. Really, there's been a lot of requests to see this old girl on their screen, so we're doing our best here. The Valtra is predominantly the land tractor, really, which sounds a bit weird, but it's the heavy cultivation tractor from our perspective. It works on doing a lot of the fertilizing, spraying, so it's going to get a lot of use coming very shortly. We've got as soon as we can get most of this slurry put down, we're going to have to put the row crops onto this so we can get out into the fields and do a bit of spraying in it. So for all you fans of the Valtra, it will be coming back, absolutely. It struggles up the hill with the high spec here, but it is getting up the hill. go, we're flying now. Like I said, these aren't the biggest fields here, but they do need to be covered still. And it's good just to get out, take the opportunity whilst we can, whilst it's not too wet as well. If we start to get any rain on this, I'll just wash this straight off and down into the river at the very bottom, so it's less than ideal. So yeah, we've got a nice little break in the weather here. Seems like all I talk about is weather and milk. Welcome to the life of a dairy farmer. Now, for those of you who want to see something a little bit different as well, I am actually going on a little bit of a holiday soon. So do keep an eye out for that one. It's going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to go and see a good friend of mine who has a farm as well. So it's going to be quite fun actually. Really looking forward to it. And it's just a chance to get off the farm. The wife and I are heading over there for a couple of days. So yeah, I mean, she's not entirely aware that I'm going to be jumping onto a tractor. But you know, let's consider it a busman's holiday. Anything really just to get off the farm for a little while. It's always good. Okay, so I will just finish this field up here. We're going to keep going until the tank's empty, and then we'll rock on up back to the yard, and we'll catch up there when we do. So we shouldn't be too much longer, but we'll come back to you with a bit of a progress update in a short while. Well, we are on load number 2 of number 2, and we are not going to get this little field done. But more importantly, we're also going to have to knock this on the head for the afternoon, because we've got a couple of chores we need to do before we start feeding up for the rest of the day. I've got to go and do a quick run out to get some seed for tomorrow for Roger, so we need to go and jump onto that. We are empty there again, so that's us done for now at least. But yeah, we took another couple loads out of the lagoon there, which is good. Always nice to get those on the field, as I mentioned there. So we will endeavour to continue when the weather helps us to get out more, really. So hopefully tomorrow, all being well. But what I need to do now is cut onto the other road, and then we'll shut this gate. There's a lot of cars around today. I suppose 4:30 the school traffic's out, and then the rush to get home for tea as well, I suppose. We'll just stop here quickly, put my hazard lights on, and we'll nip over and shut that gate again. Well, the one thing's for sure, my lights are all working properly. Can't argue that fault. The brakes may be a bit suspect on this tractor all of a sudden, but yeah, the lights are working grand, so that's good to know. Alright then, let's get those hazard lights off, and away up the hill we go. So right now we're probably just going to leave the tanker on the back of the tractor, I think. We might come back to this tomorrow, as I mentioned. We'll jump quickly into the John Deere before... We're going to have to feed up in about an hour, so we need to go and make a quick run to the seed store. Pick up some... there's a couple of ton of... Well, it's about a ton and a half there, actually, of maize seed for me, which we'll need for tomorrow. So best go and get that done now before I forget. That is always a likely possibility with me, unfortunately. Sometimes I have a memory like a sieve. Okay, perfect. Shut off international for now, actually. Pop this into the far side pit. And reverse it back. Visibility out the back here when you've got these on is not great. You typically go off the rafters on the shed. Perfect. So what we're going to do, as I mentioned there, we will just go and jump into our John Deere. We've got a few implements to shift around and things like that, and then we'll go and run down to the store quickly. So we'll bring you along, I reckon, but we'll catch you when we're on the way down to the store, I should think. Alrighty, folks. Well, we have picked up a very expensive maize seed, actually. This was a lot more than I was expecting it to be. That said, oh, what's going on here? A bit of a fender bender there, have we? Oh, Lord, that wasn't there when I came up a second ago. Anyway, probably best that I get out of the way here and not disrupt that any further. But yeah, like I say, we have got our maize on the front here. Now this is going to be for tomorrow, when, like I say, Roger's going to come and we'll get this drilled. We opted for a variety called LG Active, which is a general kind of, it's an animal forage variety of maize, really. So it's going to be, when the grains come through there, it is going to be having some great levels of proteins within the grains, which is very good for the animal's development. So that'll be great. And there's going to be, it typically has a lot of leaf to it as well, the plant as a whole there. So when it grows through, it means there's more forage, more fodder in the crop, which will be ideal. So we only need about two bags. By my calculations, we should have a little bit of this left, actually. I would imagine we're going to use just about 1.3 tons. We've got a little bit over that here, so not a great deal though, but we'll find a use for it somewhere, I'm sure. I quite often like the idea of planting cover crops for game, so we might put some more of that in. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot there, but it'll keep Roger going, no doubt. And it'll get him upwards and onwards with that. Just take our time with this though, because I don't want these bags, if they move around too much or sway, they can rip and then you're in a right mess. However, it looks to be all good for the time being. We're going to just park this back up in the, or drop these down in the yard actually. I use an old bale grab, as you can see on the front here, to move my size bags around with. We'll get over there. Always find I get a lot more success doing it that way. And then we're going to get the international out, we'll put it onto the diet feeder quickly. And then we need to just make up another total mix ration. Now that we have the hay here as well to do so, we'll jump ahead and we'll get that done. So I also need just to unhook the forks from the front. And then around the corner we go to connect up to the bale fork. For our total mix ration here, we're going to be using one bale of hay, one bale of straw, so I've already got those two stacked up. Save a little bit of time. Go. So we're going to leave that. Oh, I've left my flashing lights on, haven't I? So we'll leave that one there for now, and we're just going to head back around the corner to bring out the international. We're going to need that for the feeder, and we need to find a place where we can store the slurry mixer actually. And we'll also turn on our tap for the cows, just to top up their water troughs. Perfect. We might actually just roll this forward a touch and leave this on the edge of the pit. I think that works out very well. Whoop. Oh, hill start. There you go. That just about got it. So we'll just leave this on the inside of this gate, I think. Fold it up. Perfect. Impressed with how that works actually. It's a nice little piece of kit. Very nice. Nothing too flashy, just very simple and very effective. That's what we like here. Will you get out my way, ladies? Excellent news. Well, we've been kind of faffing around here for a while. You've listened to me yabber on for probably quite enough, so I'm going to just get these all fed up again. And then we will call it a day here. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I have been Frank, as always. Please do let me know down below if there's anything in particular you'd like to see. We're going to get a little bit busier sooner rather than later as we look to finishing off or starting our silage really, so that should be a little bit more interesting. But yeah, at the moment we're just kind of teetering along and getting all the jobs done we need to do. So until next time, thank you very much for watching as always. Please do remember to stay safe, enjoy what you're doing. If you have liked today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you are new to the family, welcome along. Thank you very much. If you've yet to subscribe, smash that subscribe button. And also hit that little bell thing, apparently that helps you find out when I'm actually going to release something. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, thank you very much, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.